Well, good morning. We have started off on our next day of hiking. We haven't really done a lot of lead-in into what's happening for the next few days, but we are doing a big backpacking trip. It's actually a pretty giant backpacking trip, and I think we haven't been talking about it because we're a little nervous about how much mileage there is and the climbing. But this is the peak really of what we're planning on doing this summer. I mean, we have more coming up, but this has been the thing that we've been thinking about all trip. So we are heading out on the Hoh River Trail in Olympic National Park, and we are hiking up to a glacier, Blue Glacier specifically. We have about 5,000 feet of elevation gain to do between today and tomorrow to get to the glacier. And then so tonight we'll camp at Elk Lake. Tomorrow we will head up to the glacier and then head down to Olympus Guard Station. And the following day, if we're feeling it, we will climb another 3,500 feet up to Hoh Lake and try to knock that off of our list. So that's a little bit to be determined based on how we're feeling. We're both really hoping we can do it, but it's a lot of extra climbing to add in. So we will see. Anyway, this morning we're setting out on the Hoh River Trail. It's around 6:30 in the morning and it's very quiet here. In fact, this is supposed to be like the quietest forest in America. And after hiking a little bit in it yesterday and then being here this morning, it definitely feels like that. Ooh. We are here at 5 Mile Island, which is 5 miles from the trailhead. This is a pretty popular camping area. We have seen maybe a dozen people already on their way back to the trailhead who have been camping here, and there's more people around still who are set up. We are trying to take it slow, but we're still averaging about 30 minutes a mile. So at this pace, we're going to get to the campsite too early, but we'll just hang out. I'm ready for a nap. So,
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as long as it's cool enough for us to take a nap, then that might be on the agenda. It's been a really gorgeous hike. This is a popular area for people to turn around on day hikes. They hike out here and then turn around and head back. And I would say that would be well worth it if you wanted to experience the Washington rainforests. This site ends along the riverbank, so it's a great place to sit for a snack and then start your hike back. I guess this is the Hoh, based on the sill. It's so pretty. This is glacial water, so you can see it has just barely a sort of aqua blue tint to it. It's pretty thin here, but that is caused by the silt from the glacier as it erodes the rock. It felt like glacial water. It was quite cold. Well, we have made it past the turnoff to Hoh Lake. and Hoe Lake Trail in the High Divide and past the Olympus Ranger Station, and we are making our way on up to Elk Lake. The trail is still not climbing very much, which is just a bummer because it's going to climb a lot at some point. But one of the things that's been super surprising is just how many backpackers we have seen out here. It feels, it's not crowded, but it's definitely a popular place for backpacking. And it's just been really surprising to see so many people. I think last year when we backpacked, on most of our trips, we really saw like 10 or fewer people out on the trails. And so I think we've probably seen like 30 to 50 people today. Day one. Whew.
It's done.
It's done.
I'm tired.
15 and a half
tired.
miles and only 2,500 feet of elevation gain.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah. We tried really hard to go slow, and in some ways that made the day easier, and in other ways it made the day harder because it just really stretched it out. But we didn't get to camp until 3 o'clock. So
Mission accomplished.
that was a good deal. And we set up camp, had our first dinner of cheese and pita, and now we're resting for a bit before we have second dinner
of cheese and pita.
and Doritos.
And more cheese
and
on
more
Doritos.
Doritos. And then we're going to crash. I think we're going to crash hard as soon as it's dark enough to be asleep. Maybe earlier.
I'm being forced to talk.
He wants to tell you about his love for trail mix and our new blanket.
I love trail mix in our new blanket. It's so good. Boy.
We are spending the night at Elk Lake campsite in Olympic National Park. It was just about 15 miles in from the trailhead and about 2,500 feet up. So far, we are still alone. A lot of people who look like they've been summiting Olympus have been passing us going down trail. So I don't know if there'll be some crowded sites down there or what, but nobody is stopping here.
We like that.
Yeah, there are not very many good tent pads around here, so maybe that's why people aren't stopping.
There's a lot of crashed wood.
But yeah, looks like it's been a busy day up on the mountain. Not sure what tomorrow's going to look like up there.
We're not going up there.
But
so
we're
it
not
doesn't matter.
going. We're not going up there because it's not a real trail. So we're going to go to the end of this trail, and then we are going to do a little bit of bonus trail to see a glacial overlook, and then we'll head back down.
That's hurt. The frayed wires.
Good morning. My watch will wake up. We are 3/4 of a mile and 600 feet into our first hike of the day. We are climbing up to Blue Glacier. This is one of the glaciers of Mount Olympus. It's foggy, not too dense, so we're hoping we'll still have some views. It's really pretty. It's hard. That's what I have to say so far. Whoa.
So that's the ladder.
So this is the ladder. Wow. Well, this is a glacier. It's pretty awesome. We're at about 5,000 feet of elevation. Mount Olympus is this peak in front of us, and it just climbs over 7,000 feet. And this is Blue Glacier. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but that's the glacier. So we are on our way down from the glacier. We just passed the Glacial Meadows campsite. It's a pretty big campsite area, much bigger and nicer than Elk Lake where we were, but it requires a much bigger climb to get up there. We are approaching this obstacle that I think I referenced on our way up. It's worth talking about a little bit more. The National Park Service has installed a 100-foot plus ladder to assist hikers in navigating a washout. So rocks have slidden out through a canyon and made a crevice that's too loose and unstable for hikers to traverse. So instead we get to scramble down to a ladder about 100 to 200 feet and then climb up the ladder about 100 to 200 feet. It is fine once you're on the ladder, but a little precarious getting to it and then off of it. Yeah, so that's going to be our next fun adventure. We've already done it once today, so this will be the second time we do the ladder. So this is the ladder. That's like the top third. This is the steep climb down. Way down there, and then way up the ladder.
You can see the end of the ladder.
Well, we packed up camp at Elk Lake, and now we are starting the descent down to Olympus Ranger Station. The plan for tonight is for us to camp there. It'll put us at about a 14-mile day. We're hoping for a good campsite. There's a lot like right along the river there, but it could be crowded, so you never know. And then tomorrow we have some big plans, so we got to see if we decide to chase them or not. We got some downhill for a couple miles, and then the trail should really level out back into the rainforest. We are all set up for the night at the Olympus Guard Station camping area. We found a pretty nice site on some sand that opens up to the river. So we're out here enjoying the evening as it starts to cool off, watching deer walk across the river straight in front of us, and looking up at the views of Mount Olympus, which is where we were this morning, climbing up to one of the feet of it, the Blue Glacier. It's been a long day. That glacier hike was tough. Really rocky and strenuous at the end. I think we put in about 14 miles today. About half of them were without our packs, but that was on the tougher terrain. We had been trying to decide between two different plans for tomorrow, one of which was sane. That's just hiking 9 miles out along the Hoh River Trail to our car. The other idea was insane, which was to go up the Hoh River Trail a little bit and then hike up to Hoh Lake. That option would have added 11 or 12 miles to our day and about 4,000 feet of elevation gain. And in the end, we are going to actually do the lesser mileage.
Good morning.
Well, here we are Not even a mile into our hike and we're already getting our shoes wet. It was nice while it lasted.
That was a good splash. Let's go.
Last morning on the trail for this backpack. We are both feeling okay, but also like we made the right decision in choosing to head out directly today. My right calf is really tight, and that seems to be what's causing my ankle problems. And Kelly's quads are pretty wrecked from that ladder section of the hike up to Blue Glacier. So yeah, our bodies are telling us that they will definitely get us through these 9 miles and that they're very thankful that's all we're choosing to do. We got on trail at the luxuriously late time of 7 a.m. Still well before anybody else was stirring. But it gets us a chance to be out here with less traffic, get back to our car sooner, get to town, get some food sooner. That's going to be a wrap for the Hoh River Trail. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, we hope you will consider telling us by leaving us a like or give us a comment about a time that you hiked in Olympic National Park. Or if you ever decide to come out here and do part of this hike because of us, please let us know what you thought about it. We'd love for you to share our channel or this video. And if you want to follow along with the rest of our adventures, then subscribe so that you can always see where we're hiking next.